Hello, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft II Legacy of the Void. Today we've got a game between Freedom and Brownie on Acid Plant, the latter edition. In the bottom right-hand corner, it's going to be the red Terran player, Brownie. And in the top left-hand corner, the blue Protoss player, Freedom, from Storm Gaming. This is a GM-level game sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. Nope, that's a liar. This came to me over Twitter at twitter.com/falconpaladin. Somebody who follows me there sent me this. I will not tell you who, so as not to spoil the surprise, because people do not send in replays where they lose very often, but sometimes they do. Alright, so it's a GM-level PvT here on Acid Plant, the latter edition. Yesterday, let's see, yes, yesterday we saw a Masters-level TVP on Acid Plant. That was pretty darn amazing. Featured Disrespect. If you didn't watch it, I encourage you to go back and watch it. It was a really, really amazing game. Really great. Really stressful decision-making there. And that's about it. Okay, here we go. Probe scouting. Protoss is the best at worker scouting these days, just because if they don't scout, they can die very, very easily to a 1-base all-in or a 2-base all-in. So I really like the fact that Freedom is scouting here. All right, hopping up, looking, okay, this looks pretty darn standard. 1 gas, no orbital command yet. Barracks is not even done yet, so that means there's no other barracks out there floating around, so I'm safe to throw down my Nexus, because my gateway is already done. And then second assimilator should be coming just about now. Oh, Cybercore first. Cybercore first into second assimilator. Freedom, usually Protoss players go for that second assimilator here after going Gateway, Expansion, Cybercore, Assimilator, but it looks like he is not. He has enough money to do so. Okay, for going for another pylon. He's at 20 or 23, and then comes the Assimilator. So his build's a little bit weird. Oh, he did block the expansion attempt of Brownie with the pylon. Tossed that thing down. Didn't realize that had happened. And a Reaper's heading on out. Reaper's very upset about the injustices that has been visited upon them by the Protoss. So this Reaper's name is the Vicanator. While working in the mineral line, a hero SCV was pulled away to help defend, and for his troubles actually got a Viking kill. He was rewarded by being declared insane and put into a Reaper suit. Isn't that how it goes, ladies and gents? Isn't that always how it goes? Got a Viking kill and put in a Reaper suit. Honestly, dude, there's a free probe down there. Oh, he didn't see the free probe. He didn't see the free probe. He's going after these ones, and that one he might be able to... Is he running? He's running because he knows the Stalker's going to come out soon, or an Adept. Wow, Vicanator, you could have had a probe kill down here. Second time he could have got the probe kill was up here. This guy's weakened. He's hurt. But instead just goes home. He just scouts. Doesn't see anything. Doesn't see the robotics facility, but does see the expansion is done. Recognizes he's behind us. His expansion is not quite done yet. APM check on these players. Wow, Protoss player playing pretty slow for GM. 132 on average for this game, a 229 for Brownie. But again, APM is not everything. APM is literally not everything. You can play slow-ish compared to other people in the StarCraft at your level if you make great decisions and use the APM when you need to, right? If you're just spamming APM early on, no big deal. No big deal. Oh, he wants to get that SCV. He gets the SCV. He takes some shots from the Marines who just hopped in this bunker. I don't know about this. Oh, Reaper chasing too. Stalker, turn and fight Reaper. Turn and fight Vicanator. Oh, you're going to die to him then. You can't. Wow. Vicanator tries to recall home the Stalker, but nope. Oops. Says Freedom. Too late. Wow. Vicanator has a kill, and it's a Stalker. Are you kidding me right now? That's amazing stuff. All right. Immortal production has begun. A second gateway for Freedom. Working on that warp gate. And just making Marines, along with the tech lab on that factory, indicates we're probably going to see some Marine tank stuff here out of Brownie with some medevac support too. Got a Cyclone, just in case the Stalker comes back in. Indecisive, new to Protoss. Oh, Freedom's new to Protoss. That's interesting. He's playing at the GM level on a new to Protoss level here. This is very, maybe it's, I don't know what MMR this would be then. I don't know what to expect, but I'm expecting some pretty fun stuff because people don't send me replays if they are hot garbage. They just don't. Okay, maybe possibly the exception would be from Monday. My patron cast wasn't amazing, but it was silver level. Right, so these players aren't that good in the first place, and they know that. And the patron who sent it in was nice enough to say, look, if you don't want to cast this, you don't have to. I understand it's not the greatest game. And I said, you know what? You're supporting me. I'm going to cast your game. We're just going to go out there and I'll give you some tips on how to play the game better, and that's what happens. So for those of you who don't like that kind of stuff, I try to label those games very clearly. They are silver, they are bronze. This isn't something that maybe you'd be interested in if you just want the high-level stuff like we're seeing here. And we will move on. Alright, so Marines, Cyclone, Siege Tank setting up. This is very defensive. Vikinator moving out, feeling emboldened by the fact that he killed a Stalker. Got a couple Immortals. I love the skin. I just love the skin on these dudes. Double Immortal drop moving out for Freedom. I was going to say I don't know what he's planning on doing with that, but obviously he's planning on dropping it. Raven in production for Brownie. He's working on Marines. Tanks, +1 attack. A Dark Shrine coming up for Freedom. I can't imagine that's Dark Templar. I gotta imagine. Gotta say that said that's going to be Archons, but who knows? Who knows? Again, he's new to Protoss. He could just go for Dark Templar and have maybe an overestimated assumption of how good they are. Stalker comes in, maybe draws the attention of this a little bit. Takes a shot and then comes back with the Immortals. What else are you going to warp in here? Zealots? Zealots would be great. Oh, charge isn't done yet. Maybe he's going to go charge. Yep, those are Zealots. And then a whole ton more. Does the Raven see this? Oh, the Raven sees this and nothing can shoot up here. What do you want to toss down? I don't know, but the army's coming back to defend. He's being really indecisive as Freedom right now. You got to go. You have got to go. He wants charge to be done so bad. Oh, there's the charge. There's the charge. Nice kiting, though. Really not bad, the kiting. Okay, Immortals take down the auto turret. They got to focus down that Cyclone pretty darn quickly. But Marines are a major problem for these Immortals, too. Pick up, go. Pick up, go. Pick up, run. Okay, the pickup range is real nice on these Warp Prisms. So he did manage to escape with one of the Immortals. Zealot still hacking away in this mineral line, though. 5 kills on him before he gets surrounded. Taken out very quickly by the Terran army. All right, Observers pushing out for Freedom. You definitely want those if you're playing against a Terran player who has access to Medivacs. Actually, no, we're just making Ravens and Vikings and stuff. So drop's not really going to be a thing. Oh, he's warping back in again. Bringing Zealots into that mineral line. This is like Ling run-bys, man. Getting them inside the mineral line. Immortal hammering away too. Oh, got interfered with. Interference Matrix. What? You can interference Matrix Archons? Oh, because they're psionic. That's amazing. All right, Archon got interfered with. He's trying to take down the Ravens, but he's going to be focused down far too quickly for that. More SCVs have been killed. 13 total have gone down in this game. Stalker moving out. Warp Prism still here. Could still do some harassment. I guess there's a Viking, though. A Viking's some pretty good anti-harassment type stuff. And there it is. Wabah. Wabah. It's Warp Prism definitely too fast for Viking. Can't escape from that, no problem. All right, Freedom's sitting, I was going to say sitting on 1,000 and 1,000, which I believe Freedom is a GM level player, but perhaps not GM at Protoss yet. So I'm not sure what, again, what this MMR is, but so far so good, man. Not every day you see an Immortal Zealot drop into the main of a Terran. That's just, it's very unique. Very strange indeed. Missile turrets being produced, a lot of missile turrets from Brownie. Perhaps overreacting a little bit here. This much static defense, probably not necessary. Honestly, one here and like one here would be enough. But maybe he just wants to be absolutely sure. And in that case, he's absolutely sure. Third base done for Freedom. He does have Dark Templar. Okay, so he made an Archon, but he also has DTs. And starting to see, is there a third base for my Terran opponent yet? No. Ooh, the problem with Observers is there are a bunch of Ravens out. 3 of them. And it's hard to stay hidden when there's that much permanent detection running around. Vikinator still has a 1 kill. Checking to see, is there a third base there? No. Is there a third base up here? Yes. So he knows there's a third, but not a fourth. So that's some pretty good scouting thus far by the Brownie. And Banshee's in production for Brownie. This is a very kind of mech heavy, but with a bunch of Marines here too. But the Raven Cyclone tank stuff is extraordinarily mechy. And he's taking the long way around here, man. He doesn't have any Thors. They're not all that slow. I don't know what you're going to do with Storm, really. I guess the Marines are a problem. SCV Storm would be good here too. The SCVs are here to repair. He's bringing a lot of SCVs. It's 57 and 40 workers, and 8 of Brownie's workers, 8 of his 42 are here at the front lines. That's crazy. I don't like this from Freedom at all. He's got Archon, Zealot, Immortal. Tanks are setting up. Probes trying to retreat from this location. Coming on in here. Archon's in the front. Oh, the anti-armor missile on all of the things, though. Everything gets anti-armored missiled. And, yeah, Freedom. Oh, excuse me there. Freedom does have to pull back. And just allow his third to die right now. Yeah, he's trying to mine as best he can. His shield battery gets wasted there, too. Freedom waiting for Storm, I guess. Storm is just about complete. Warping in some High Templar. They won't have enough energy for the Storm immediately, though, as they start with 50. And they need 75 for that Sonic Storm to work. So yeah, he's basically mining as long as he can from this third base location. I don't know. I might have to call this a master level game. I'm not seeing... The Marines should be up here killing the probes. He should not... I mean, all this income should not be coming in for Freedom right now. Just really shouldn't. Either way, the probes are now retreating for their lives. Not coming past the tank fire, which is really good stuff. A bunker coming up here too. Here comes a ton of zealots though. Ton of charge lots. The High Templar should have enough for Storm. Yes, they do. They've each got enough for about one Storm. I don't know if they can engage in these tanks though, is the problem. Ah, Freedom putting up a new third base back here. And this is 2-base all-in out of Brownie, man. This is absolutely 2-base all-in. Auto turret tossed out at the natural base of the Freedom. Trying to get some kills. Don't know if it actually did or not. Where's the Raven that tossed it out? I mean, I guess, I don't know, this guy maybe. He's got one. One of them has the one. So continuing to send tanks up here, continuing to basically try to contain Freedom. But Freedom has a sneaky ninja base you don't know about. And this army that honestly should be defending or going across the map and going for a counterattack. They say never base race a Terran. Just because Terran can flip their buildings. And if you don't have flying stuff, they will win. But you got a Stargate. You can make a Phoenix. Oh, you don't have a Stargate, do you? Yeah, I didn't open Stargate. This is weird. This is such a weird game. I like it, though. I like the weird stuff. Standard stuff sometimes gets a little boring, a little old hat. But best thing about StarCraft is that no two games are exactly the same. It's impossible. It's really just statistically impossible here. He tried to pick off some reinforcements, did Freedom down here, but he missed. Now he's pushing in, is Brownie, which he really should have done a couple minutes ago. But shield battery toast, +1/+1 Marine. Beautiful Storm, though. Wow. Pretty much everybody walks through that Storm and then back again, which is horrible. Banshee trying to kill stuff. There's the counterattack at the front, though. Brownie has nothing at home. Okay, he has a tank. A tank at home. We are in the base race scenarios. He recalls his probes to sneaky ninja base, which is a pretty sweet move. I like that a lot. Natural base of Brownie dead. Main base in a lot of trouble, too. I just don't know how he's going to save this thing. Storming the Marines at the top of the ramp seems like a little bit of overkill, but it worked. Bunker never going to go down. It ends up getting killed there, too. Tanks for Brownie deciding we got to push. If we're going to push, we're going to win. We got to push this thing now. Zealots. Archons wandering their way on in. Oh, a single medevac is out for Brownie, though, so we can heal up those Marines that got injured previously because there's no healing right now. So it's just pretty much going to be chaos. From this point on in the game, it's going to be base race type scenario, and it really comes down to decision making and scouting and recognizing where your opponent is and what you can do with it. And Freedom should, or Brownie rather, should be lifting off buildings right now. He needs to lift this off and float it over here. He needs to lift off his starport and his factory and float them elsewhere, but I guess he's too busy moving here into Freedom's stuff. Freedom is supply blocked. I was going to say he's got 1,600 minerals, which is 16 charge lots, which might actually be enough to do this. But he's supply blocked. He's lost too many pylons. He's lost too many nexuses. Finally lifting off his buildings, but it might be too late. Is this orbital command going to get into the burning before it can actually escape? No. Nope. Archon doesn't do enough damage fast enough here. He does find Brownie's attempt to land at a third base location. Doesn't know about the fourth base in the bottom left, though, is the thing. Freedom is making pylons. He is making a dark shrine as best he can. He's trying to make units and trying to unsupply block himself. Some zealots hiding back here actually end up getting obliterated by some tank fire, which is not ideal. Not usually. Starport goes the wrong way. Starport should have come up along with the right side of the factory and this orbital command. This orbital command is floating too, so Freedom really should be getting a Stargate. There it is. Okay, so he is getting a Stargate. Oh, orbital command accidentally scouts Freedom's base here. That's hilarious. That's actually really, really funny. Freedom is so... Both players are honestly so supply blocked. 82 out of 47 for Freedom and 71 out of 45 for Brownie. And orbital command scouting this thing. Archon wants to kill it. Archon wants to kill this, but the problem is there's other floating buildings. Ah, Freedom did find this one. So he knows everything that's going on with Brownie, and Brownie knows everything that's going on with Freedom. That's for sure. Okay, this thing I think is getting into burning. It gets like 4, right? 4 when it starts? Yep. Basically when it starts in the 4s, it starts burning down. So don't worry about it. You got it. You got that one. How many SCVs are remaining from Brownie? 1. Uno SCVO, por favor. And he's building a command center at Freedom's natural base because why not? Why not put it there? I don't know. He's going to save this. He's probably going to call down a mule and save this one. What a crazy game. We're an absolutely bonkers game. Nobody's producing anything because they can't. They're so eternally supply blocked. Brownie, throw it down. Throw down the mule. Save your base. He's not doing it. He's not saving the base. All right. Well, meanwhile, Terran army pushing into sneaky base of Freedom. Taking a storm to the face, though, are these guys. Another great storm. The Marine count getting whittled down to 3 or 4 of them that are severely injured. The medevac is overtaxed and cannot keep the healing up. Another command center getting zapped at by these Archons with no attack upgrades, but they still do decent amounts of damage here. And all these buildings left behind for Freedom. If he could toss a pylon down here, he'd have some nice production facilities. But the tanks are the problem. Oh, interference matrix thrown down on them Immortals. They can't even do anything about this. This base is absolutely going to die, and it does. Probes need to get out. Get out now. A Void Ray actually here would be pretty good. Maybe the Vikings a problem, though. It's just, this is a lot of ground. Like, I don't know how Freedom handles this many tanks in a straight-up engagement. I just don't. His army is teeny tiny. He's got 2 Archons and 5 High Templar and 2 Immortals and 3 Zealots. It's just not enough against this many siege tanks, where the many is 11. 11, rather. Oh, no. He wants his Phoenix. He needs to get his Phoenix out because he needs to be able to chase down these buildings, and that's it. Can he chrono boost it? No, because this Nexus isn't even done yet. Oh, another orbital command in the burning, though. Is this one saved yet? Yes, a mule did get called down and saved. Oh, get out of there, Phoenix. Yes, manages to escape before the Stargate dies. That was close. That was exceptionally close. All right, so Freedom's new fancy base has been scouted, mind you, by the Terran player.
Base is under attack.
Yep. Oh, somebody's got the Alarak voice pack. Alarak voice pack. That sounds cool. All right, goodbye, orbital command. You is toast. And establishing a base up there is Brownie, building another one where Freedom sneaky base used to be. And he's got a command center floating up north. So, I don't know. I really don't see how the Protoss player wins this thing right now, unless he can sneak in and make a pylon on those buildings. He's trying. He's sending a probe up this way. It's 4-4 right now. Both players have lost over 50 workers, 54 for Freedom and 69 for the Brownie. But mules are good. Mules are a good way to get back into a game if you happen to be a Terran player in a dire situation. And yes, right here. Right there. Perfect. Perfect. The good news is Freedom isn't supply blocked anymore, but that means he's lost more stuff. Unfortunately. Look at this Archon drop action on Brownie's attempt to expand here. Kill the SCV. Kill the SCV. Oh, did they? I think through splash damage they might have. Okay, here we go. Interference matrix. Bloop. Oh, on the warp prism, so he can't pick up. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. From Brownie. And recall. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Recall. All right, good. So recalled out. Wow. Down to 61 shields, though. Any, a little bit more time there would have absolutely been killed. But regenerating shields at a pretty quick rate, as you can see here. Not bad. Not too shabby. Yeah, this might be death knell, though. This is so many tanks. This is so many tanks. And there's just nothing here protecting this base for Freedom. Freedom has enough money to make another Nexus. If and he wants. Probes run. Probes run. Probes, get out of there. Oh, that one didn't get out of there. Neither did that one. These two sneaking. Oh, this one still wants to do a day's work. Nowhere to go with those minerals, though. So exploded in a blue cloud. Taking Brownie's main base is Freedom now. It's so dumb. This game. Wow. 2 dumb games in a row for you guys. It's very exciting. It's extremely exciting for y'all. All right. War Prism's still doing stuff. Wants to kill this command center. Wants to kill that SCV. But there's 11 SCVs remaining. There's the interference attack there. Is it Matrix? It is Matrix. It is Interference Matrix. Oh, on the Phoenix. 2 Zealots trying to do some work before they die, but no. Absolutely not. Archon's forced to just flee. Gonna kill a couple of these SCVs here, but the worker count is just so... Oh, both of them disabled. Can they be picked up and saved if they're disabled? Or interfered with? Apparently not, or else I think the War Prism would have picked him up. Oh, that thing gets interfered with too. This is the most interference matrix I've ever seen in a game. Oh, but they finished. Oh, it's over now. Okay, so did take down a Raven, I think, but eventually going to get overwhelmed and killed. All right, Freedom, you can warp in a bunch of Zealots. You've got the supply. You have the mineral count. Maybe enough Zealots can get rid of these tanks. Wait. This is all the tanks that are left? I really need to see when the tanks all died. Okay, so they have 10. Are you serious? Did he just blanket storm down these tanks? Holy cannoli. He just stormed the tanks and they A-moved through it. Wow. Okay, that's what happened to the tanks. I was like, there were so many tanks left. That helped. That helped immensely for Freedom there. Okay, so now it is 2 tanks, 2 Marines, a Raven, and a Viking for Brownie versus 3 High Templar, 2 Immortals from Freedom. Plus he's making another Stargate. Oh, and here's the Warpin. Here's the Warpin. It's Adepts this time, though. I really feel like Zealots would have been better. Kill as much as you can before you die and maybe get picked up. Oh, man. And here comes the rest of this Adept Immortal army on a burning base that direction. Hanging out behind this mineral line are these Adepts. They have no upgrades, no resonating glaives, no nothing. Where'd all my tanks go, says Brownie. That's what I was wondering. Then I figured it out. He thought he was in a great space, but he is not in a great space whatsoever. Brownie has 19 workers? Holy cow. Coming back, man. SCV is repairing this tank. It's got 7 kills. His buddy over there has 14. If you kill these 2 tanks, I think you just win. If you could upgrade to a planetary fortress, that'd be pretty useful too, I think. Pretty darn useful. But here come the Immortals. Gonna drop them right on top of these tanks. Watch. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, storming the SCVs too. And not inside the minimum range, but 1 tank goes down, and that's a good game from Brownie. Loses the other tank. Freedom's victorious in 21 minutes and 23 seconds. You have got to be kidding me. What an absolutely insane game that was. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I like it when people send me high-level replays. Usually it is an exciting time for sure. So yeah, I mean, that key moment in the game was storming those tanks. It was 10 tanks, which even these Immortals wouldn't have been able to handle. I mean, they barely were able to handle these 2. And it went down to 2. And that was it. That was your win condition for Freedom. So, I mean, I wouldn't have thought to storm those tanks, but I mean, it was kind of desperation, right? You got to do what you can do, and then you'll be fine. So resources lost, 23,000 for Freedom and 19,000 for Brownie. So Protoss player lost a whole lot of stuff there, but in the end, Storm, Immortals, kind of keeping on top of things, able to sneak back in here and repower these buildings was big. Brownie did not kill these when he had the chance to, and then able to establish a base in the bottom at Brownie's main base. Was also pretty cool. So good job, Immortals. 9 kills, 13 kills. You are heroes. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.